I'm going to show you how to make the perfect minnow trap for your next fishing adventure, or you can take it camping with you and catch some crawdads. It's super easy to make, costs only 10-15 bucks, and you just need two things: hardware cloth and zip ties. Just these two things. We're going to make a bait trap super fast, super simple. Let's get to it. Alright, I just had this lying around. You can get it at any hardware store. It's not necessarily cheap when you have to buy a full roll of it, but if you buy a roll, you can make bait traps for life, right? Some places you can buy it by the foot. That's definitely going to be the cheapest option. Otherwise, check your shed, because you probably have some in there. I'm going to roughly try to see how big I want this to be. I like it about that wide. That's about how big I want it. You can completely double it up all the way around. Actually, I'll probably just double it up. So just about right there, that's doubled up. I'm gonna cut with wire cutters all the way down. If you have shears, it makes it a good bit easier. You can cut 5 or 6 at the same time instead of just 1 or 2. So this comes in a tight roll. I would just not even try to straighten it out. You can use that round shape to your advantage, and this just forms itself. I mean, look at that. Halfway done. I'm gonna make sure this is lined up how I like it. And zip ties. You don't need a ton of zip ties. One every 6 inches or so. Keeps this thing nice and tight. My phone died while recording, so that's sick. Zip tied all the way. Keeps shape really well. Find the middle, roughly. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to cut from the middle down to the middle. Alright, that's about roughly the middle. So now this part, again, pretty easy. We're just going to fold this into a cone. This part can be tough. You're going to take it and you're going to roll it into a cone. Alright, you want to make sure it fits the hole and fills it out before you zip tie it shut. This is a little close, but I think when I zip tie it all together, it'll fit good. This is the trickiest part, but once you do it one time, it's really easy. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so I did make this cone a tad bit too tight. So there's going to be some gaps, even if I do zip tie it tightly together. No big deal. I can just clip these and do it again. I'm just going to make it a little wider. I'm going to pull this edge back and just make my cone a little bit fatter. I'm going to roll it up just like that. Alright, this cone fills out the space perfectly. Let's move on to the next cone. We're going to cut the corners off, or the point off of our cones here. And you don't want to do too much at a time. Go slowly, because you don't want to make the hole too big. You can always make it bigger, but you can't make it smaller. So I'm just going to take a little bit off at a time. The size of this hole depends on what you want to catch in here. If you want to keep crawdads out, you can make this hole smaller, but then you won't catch bigger minnows. The minnows I'm going after are pretty big, hopefully some around 5 inches. So I'm going to make this hole pretty wide. I will also be using it for crawdads, so I want it to be big enough for them to get into. It's about 1.5 inches. Perfect. Alright, we've got our 2 cones all clipped up. Now all we're going to do is get it fitted in here and zip tie it on in. We want to make sure that the point of the cone is as centered as possible in the middle of the cage. Try to recenter it after every zip tie you put in, because every time you put one in, it's going to move a little bit. Around the edge you have to use a lot of zip ties. Every 2 inches or so, to make sure that there's no gaps for the minnows to get out. Really quick, if you don't want to use zip ties, you can use wire and wire tie all your connections, but for me zip ties are easier. You can get a roll of wire for a few bucks. I got about 600 zip ties on Amazon for $7. Just keep putting zip ties until there's no more gaps. Cut off all the extra, and then cut off the extra wire. That's what we're looking at. Flip it over. Let's do it again. So close to done. Now we just got to make a door. Let's do it. Alright, I prefer to make the door on one edge, therefore you can shake all the bait out easier when it's in here. Instead of it being in the middle and having to reach in there to grab the fish, you can just turn it over and shake them all out into a bucket or whatever you have. So let's do it. We're just going to cut open a square, a rectangle more like. Alright, see this has long ends. You can bend those all over or cut them off. Really, you can leave them on too. This is how big our door is. We're going to go back to our roll. We want to keep its rolled shape because it has to fit the contour of the bait trap. So keep some curve in it. We're going to cut out a square that's 1 inch bigger on 3 of the sides other than the top. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, now I'm going to zip tie the piece we cut out to the larger piece. So that bigger piece we cut out is to overlap the edges of our door to make sure that the fish can't fit out the side. Here is our door. Now, just to attach it on there, I'm going to use 3 zip ties and make a loose loop through the door and the cage. I just want to make sure I get it in the right spot first. Then tighten all these down, but leave a little bit of room so you can still open the door. Just like that. Alright, now that it's all put together, let's get down to the creek and see if I can catch some minnows. Heyo! We're at the creek. Got my trap here. Alright, for bait, my 2 favorite things to use are cat food and Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its work really well for whatever reason. And they taste really good. That's probably why I like them. So I'll put a handful or so in the trap. Depends how long you plan on letting the bait soak. I'll probably only have this in here for a few hours to show you how it works. A can of cat food. If you have a knife, you can stab a ton of holes in this. I think that works a little better, but I'm just gonna gently crack it open about halfway and then pop the lid down. Put that in there. And then to close the lid, to close the latch, I like to just use a zip tie. A long zip tie helps because you can thread it through, it makes it easy. And then just crank it down tight. And that's not going anywhere. You can just helicopter these ends off if you don't have something to cut it. I want to place my trap in the fish's lane of travel. I want to put it somewhere where they're going to be swimming regardless, so they don't have to go out of their way to find this. I have a string tied on here. I'll tie it off to a branch or a root, and we'll just leave it like that. Come back in a few hours and see what's happening. Okay, let's see what's in here. All right, looky looky. 1, 2, 3, 4 bluegill and a little crawdad. Cut my zip tie. Get out of there. 1 bluegill, 2 bluegill, tiny little crawdad, which would be perfect for a trout. Bye. Down here, bluegill number 3 and 4. All right, that was just from a short soak. That was in there for only about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. There's a ton of bluegill in here. I only got bluegill in the cage, but generally it'll work for almost whatever kind of bait fish you're going after. Be careful about transporting bait from where you caught it. I put all this bait back in the creek because technically I'm not able to take it from this creek. I just wanted to show you how easy it works. If you're in a place with crawfish, this thing will get loaded up super fast. If you're camping, just throw it in the water overnight and in the morning you'll have a ton. If this video was helpful, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more, subscribe. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.